Sorry, y'all. Every president up to Joe Biden has showed some type of racist mentality. Every president in the United States, from George Washington on up. So it's hard to celebrate President Day. Like some states, they send their children to school. They don't celebrate President's Day due to the fact that that state must understand that these presidents have done some very cruel and unusual things. Common, they're not uncommon and they're not unknown, but they're not unknown and they're not known in common because they're not being taught in the schools because they're cruel and they're so vicious. So they have to be taught in a way that is subliminal. So they're actually being taught, but they're not taught in a way that people can understand why you would call this racist day, not President's Day. From George Washington on up to Biden, when Biden said, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. That's a racist statement I ever heard of. Right now, Biden is in Ukraine. Biden is giving Ukraine millions and millions of dollars, but look at the ghettos. Look at the infrastructure of the ghettos. Look at the schools, some of the schools in the ghettos. Look at some of the struggling parents and fathers in the ghettos. Look at the prisons. Look at the things that are affecting most Americans or black people today. This is black phobia. Black phobia has taken over the United States, even among many blacks themselves. And I'm saying this to say that to celebrate President's Day is like celebrating yourself being a racist. Yourself is just straight racist. I mean, they're not. Every nation has been enslaved. Even your whites, or what we call whites today, had been enslaved. Oh yes, and have been in some cruel slavery. But the thing is, if we're going to acknowledge and stop slavery in its tracks, if we're going to stop abuse like Joe Biden is talking about over there in Ukraine and Russia, I know they have an interest. America must have a hell of an interest in Ukraine. This interest must be ridiculous. But and you want to stop abuse and things of that nature, but at the same time, if you're not acknowledging this type of atrocity in your own home, then how are you going outside of your home, acknowledging it and talking about somebody else and what they're doing in their home when you're not even taking care of your home? You're not even taking care of your own home that for over so many years, I'm gonna say 400 years, you've been abusing and misusing your own home. So how can you go over there talking righteous about anything when you're about to start a world war with China, Russia, North Korea, Iran? And what is the invested interest? Can you explain to us, Mr. President, the true invested interest and not keep jumping around what is actually going on? You're not explaining it to the people. It say we the people in the Constitution, but yet we the people are not being explained to. And for me, I am a indigenous individual of this land. So you need to explain to me what is going on behind the what we call clandestine, the secretive, the redacted information, the confidential information, all this information that you guys call secretive that you can't tell us. But yet you're doing things in our face that's just totally pissing a lot of us off. Like you're giving them $500 million. You're going over there and you're visiting. You're making war with a statement of war towards Russia and then now the statement of war towards China and who's next. You've been making a statement of war against North Korea and Iran, so that's nothing new. But I'm saying here is you're doing these statement of wars without acknowledging the true understanding of the people. So everything is about to fly sky high. Gas, food, whatever you name is about to go crazy. And the people are gonna suffer, especially black people. Sorry, y'all, but here we go with this President's Day again. It comes around and things keep coming back around and around and around. But guess what? We're still seeing the same picture. That's only changing dent by dent. Look. This. If you got a plain picture and it's being painted, the pretty parts are only being shown every now and then, but it's still an ugly picture. And this picture that's still being painted has not even been halfway painted to make that picture look as beautiful as it can look for a people that have been suffering in this land without reparation. All the pain you've been causing with no compensation, all the lies you keep telling us all our life, you gonna straighten out the wrongs and make them right. That's what Biden said. Remember Trump said, you got nothing to lose. What do you have to lose? So we keep getting promises. Even Obama, he couldn't do but so much. He's not going to be able to do but so much. If you look back to Clinton, he promised us the world. And look, it's 2023. Well, I might as well say 24 because it's going to be worse. And we're still seeing the same pains. Why are we still seeing the same pains? These the same fake smiles all in our face. The same rhetoric about this human race. You did our ancestors bad, and then you just passing it on to me. See, it's so disguised. You think I don't see it? Sorry, y'all. How you naming you blaming me, you hanging me, you still hanging me, right, Nichols? Right, Tyree? Right, Brianna? Right, I mean, these people don't matter to them. These people don't matter to them. Black Lives Matter don't matter. That's why they get all the money from you guys, and they mess around and get mansions and things of that nature, because you don't matter to them, and Black Lives Matter don't matter to them. All they matter for is to keep you under control. All Jesse Jackson and all them fools matter for is to keep us under control. That's all they matter for. All the rappers and the movie stars, all they matter for is to keep us under control. All Steve Harveys and all these people matter for is to keep us under control. They don't matter to this government. All they matter for is to keep us under control. And it's just like in slavery. Just like in slavery, they kept overseers, black overseers. They kept them to keep them under control. They kept the ones in the house to keep the ones outside under control. They kept snitches all around so that they can snitch on Nat Turner and gave a prophets and these people and do what? Do what? To keep us under control. Martin Luther King even had snitches. Tupac had snitches. Everybody got, Malcolm X had snitches around him. Medgar Evers. Look at this. It's just everywhere, you snitches. And you're in big places. You got big faces. Martin Luther King was killed for Jesse Jackson. Many say Malcolm X was killed for Farrakhan. Many say right now, if you go back and think about it, Tupac and Biggie was killed for Jay-Z and Puffy and all these people to rise up so that you can have the snitchers. They've been dealing with these guys. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. They say Jay-Z was scared to come out the hotel because Pac was in town with him and he was afraid to come out. I don't know how true it is, but I'm just telling you that snitches are everywhere. So in the same respect as you call President's Day, they had snitches back then and they just modernized it. They had abuse back then and they just modernized it. See, it's mental and it's psychological now. So the mental and the psychological has come so full force that we don't even see it no more. We don't see the subliminal message, the cryptic message, the parables, the things that make a difference and being able to keep a people under control. So as long as we don't see that, we will not see that President's Day is actually another racist day.